Even though Max's victory was huge for both him and the sport as a whole, with fans speculating about his rival Lewis Hamilton's potential retirement, the same conversation was surprisingly occurring with the recently crowned champion. When speaking to the media, Verstappen brought us back Nico Rosberg's unexpected retirement from Formula 1 in 2016, revealing the reason that would lead to his permanent departure from the sport. So let's take a look at the unexpected nature of Max Verstappen's relationship with his team and what would cause him to retire from Formula 1. Although the majority of the attention is focused on the driver's performance, F1 is ultimately a team sport. From the team principal, who oversees the day-to-day operations of the team, to the mechanics who work tirelessly on the car over the weekend, each member of the team is critical to getting the car running. When you watch a Grand Prix, however, there is one voice you hear over the radio repeatedly, and that is the race engineer. The race engineer's role is to serve as a liaison between the team and the driver. They are the driver's single point of contact whenever he's in the car. He acts as a second set of eyes and ears for the driver, informing him about the situation on the track. What are the other people's lap times? Is there going to be any traffic? Are there hazards on the track? The race engineer is also the factory's main point of contact for learning about driver feedback from the car and doing everything in their power to deliver maximum performance to his driver and ensure a smooth, successful race weekend. Race engineers are among the team members who have the closest relationship with the driver, so much so that some drivers take their race engineer with them when switching teams. Surprisingly, Max Verstappen revealed that his career's future is in the hands of the person in that exact position. That's right, after winning the world title in Abu Dhabi, Verstappen told the media that he will stop competing if he can't work with his race engineer any longer. But who is his race engineer? And what makes their bond so special that the newly crowned champion is willing to retire from F1 for good if he can no longer work with him? When he was promoted to Red Bull in mid-2016, Verstappen was paired with Giampiero Lambiase. Giampiero was born in London to Italian parents and previously worked at Force India with Vittorio Luizzi, Paul di Resta and Sergio Perez before joining Red Bull. In his capacity as Verstappen's race engineer, the new Formula 1 world champion acknowledged Giampiero, whom he affectionately refers to as GP, is critical to his success. I told him when he decides to quit, I'll leave Formula 1 too. I only want to work with him. It's unbelievable how well we work together. Of course, we can be pretty strict with each other sometimes, but I want that too. He has to tell me when I'm being a jerk, and I have to tell him. I always told him that. He can tell me that on the radio as well, but it's been going really well lately. The last few years I tried to be the engineer and he tried to be the driver. Verstappen's attitude, however, didn't emerge after winning the championship. Verstappen praised Lambiase earlier in the season, highlighting the fact that his race engineer always finds a way to remain calm. I have a lot of respect of sometimes how calm he stays. When you're in the car, your heart rate goes up, you're under pressure. Sometimes you have your moments where you speak up or raise your voice, but then if you also have from the other side someone raising their voice, you can end up in a massive argument on the radio while driving, which I don't think is good. In the world of competition, it's always important to have a voice you respect, someone who can tell you what you're doing wrong and help you fix it. This is where the drivers and race engineers' mutual respect comes into play, because you can't take criticism from someone you don't fully trust and respect. Verstappen addressed this aspect of their relationship, highlighting the importance of having someone with whom you can disagree and argue while working towards a common goal and remaining amicable. We always talk about things. Also, when we have disagreements or whatever, we very easily get over it again, because at the end of the day, we have the same goal. We both want to win every single weekend. We want to try and have the best possible result. Yeah, sometimes of course that can get a bit emotional, but I think that is a part of racing. People at Red Bull are also pleased with the collaboration, according to Verstappen. Helmut Marko, for example, is said to be half smiling as he listens in on their conversations during each race. Helmut always thinks it's very nice too. Of course, he's also listening on my side, and he finds it very nice how we communicate with each other. Unmistakably, Max and Giampiero's relationship is extraordinary, and it will be fascinating to follow their relationship over time. However, there have been some other driver-race-engineer pairings that have become iconic in F1. One of them is Rob Smedley, who is best known to most fans as Felipe Massa's longtime race engineer. His soothing tones helped to calm Massa as the two came tantalizingly close to winning the 2008 world title. Despite winning the season-ending Brazilian Grand Prix, Massa ended up losing the Drivers' Championship to Lewis Hamilton by just 1 point, something Smedley admits was extremely difficult to accept after going toe-to-toe with the McLaren driver all season. The emotion came out when you stop working, you take your headset off and you sit down. I found that this feels a bit funny. This doesn't feel like a normal win or loss. This actually feels much more profound than that. Then I got really emotional and I actually went away and cried for about an hour. I was on my own. I just found a little quiet part of the garage that was kind of boxed off. And every so often I'd compose myself and think, yeah, I'm alright now. And then I start crying again. It took me about an hour to compose myself because it was just that intense emotion of competition for a full year. And I think I would have been like it if I'd won it, to be honest. I'm convinced. You kind of put your mind, body and spirit into it and nothing else has mattered for 12 months, then the emotion comes pouring out afterwards. Although Massa's championship hopes were dashed, their partnership would last until Massa's retirement in 2017. Massa recalled his first race with Rob, the 2006 Grand Prix at the Nürburgring, when reflecting on their time together. It was a good feeling, you know, working together. He was a lot calmer than the engineer I had before. Smedley joined Williams alongside Massa in 2014, taking over as head of vehicle performance for the Wantage-based team. When speaking to the media at the time, Massa reiterated his trust in Rob, emphasizing his knowledge of the car and their relationship. He's somebody that knows me 100% and understands a lot about the car. He's very intelligent and understands a lot of things that are important to be competitive. I've always had a great relationship with him. He's more than just a great engineer. More recently, Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes engineer Peter Bonington has become well known for his "Get in there, Lewis" messages after another pole or win. In fact, the Verstappen-Lamberse duo had only just started as the Hamilton-Bonington partnership romped to 6 world titles. Lewis has similar feelings towards Bono as Max has with GP. My relationship with Bono is having a sit down and really understanding our backgrounds, our journey, our goals. There are days when I need to lift him up. There are days when I need him to lift me up. There are days when I don't know what to change with the car in order to make it better, and he's there for me. And there are days when it's the other way round. There are days in the race when I'm like, I don't know if I can do it for you. I don't know if I can win, Bono. And he's like, you've got this. So, you know, that team, that communication, that little lift that you're able to give through those open communications can make a big difference. Whether it's zipping around Silverstone on 3 working wheels or nursing dead tyres, Bono has always been in Lewis Hamilton's corner, dragging him across the finish line when it seems impossible. Bono, like Lamberse, has played an important role in Lewis Hamilton's unprecedented success at Mercedes. These race engineers have been the voices in the drivers' ears, guiding them through thick and thin, telling them things they may not want to hear, and working together to win races. It's always nice when drivers shine a light on the people who work behind the scenes, allowing fans to appreciate the efforts of the hundreds of people who work behind the pit lane's curtains. Thank you for watching. We hope we were able to shed some light on the vital work being done behind the scenes in F1. What are your thoughts on this? Is it possible that some team members are not getting enough attention? How important do you think Verstappen and GP's relationship was in winning the championship? Please let us know in the comment section below, and if you liked the video, be sure to like, subscribe and click the bell to receive notifications when new videos are posted.